As the bus rolls down Highway 63 toward Fort McMurray, the blackened forest smolders. On the edge of the city, out the window, what's left of a trailer park and a Super 8 hotel. And then we make our first stop.
This was one of the first areas that was hit by the fire.
This is the neighborhood of Beacon Hill. It was one of the hardest hit areas. 70% of the buildings here were destroyed, and you can see that there's very little left where homes once stood. Buildings were incinerated. This is one of the first areas that was hit by the inferno, and firefighters knew they were overwhelmed.
We were depleted by manpower, we were depleted by water shortage, and we made a decision early to retreat and start fighting where we could fight the fight.
So last Tuesday, firefighters moved into neighborhoods they could save, including the downtown. In all, 2,400 buildings were lost, about 10% of Fort McMurray. Much better than the fire chief feared when the flames first swept into the city.
I just want to let the people know that we're in pretty good shape. You know, and in the early stages, I thought we could be talking about numbers of 40 and 50%, but we're not there.
Families have lost homes. Some neighborhoods were reduced to ash, but Fort McMurray is far from destroyed.
The fast action and the hard work and the dedication and the smarts of these first responders has, it appears, saved almost 90% of the city of Fort McMurray, including the hospital, municipal buildings, and every functioning school.
Yet as crews work to restore power, hot spots still linger, and there's no clear timeline on when people will be able to return. As for the fire, it's now 2,000 square kilometers. It's no longer threatening any communities, but its power and unpredictability will be remembered and studied.
The way this thing happened, the way it traveled, the way it behaved, so they're rewriting their formulas on how fires behaved based on this fire.
As for when people may be able to head back down the highway towards Fort McMurray, well, that could still be a while. This afternoon, the Premier said that within 2 weeks, a schedule will be released and it will outline when people may be able to return.